LongHaul Larry, and we're out at the ADL shop. I will be working out here once in a while, doing smaller projects and stuff. I guess if I come through the area and I have a day or something like that between loads or whatever. That's what he's talking about. But and then if there's bigger jobs, then I'll be out here for that. But I do have a project out here that I've been needing to complete, and that will be coming up Tuesday, I guess. But while I'm here, we got the black pony. And I did the motor and everything. The motor is running really strong, really good. The boss's dad has been driving it. He's found a couple little things that have happened. One was this here, the turbo intake, these coupling pipes here. It popped off. They were cut by another mechanic and stuff. He's gotten new ones. He was able to get it back on, but he did get new ones. And so I'm going to be putting those on. Also the belts. Belts are squeaky, so we're going to be putting brand new belts on. Just a few different things. It's going to need new steer tires soon. It's pretty dirty. Black truck and salt is not good. The one thing is he wanted two tires. He's got two brand new tires that kind of have this tread pattern. I hate this tread pattern, but he's got two, they're recaps actually, but he wanted them put over here. They don't match up to the other side. I told him that. He said he's going to come over here and talk to me about it, see what he's thinking. One of the tank straps is broken. It broke. I had to, last time I came through here, I actually had to crawl up underneath there for his dad over at the yard and put a strap around the fuel tank to hold the fuel tank up. So he has gotten two new fuel straps. We're going to be replacing the sleeper shocks and the airbags. So the shocks and airbags on the back of the cab, those are getting replaced. The drive axle shocks are getting replaced. The hood struts, belts, tank straps. The voltage, this thing still has a voltage draw someplace. And we think what we're going to do now next, I've done a bunch of different things. We think that it's in the fuse box. I'll show it to you. I'll show you. And then there was an air fitting that was leaking when I was here repairing it. I found an air filtered out fitting that was leaking, and I sent him a picture. He was actually at a Freightliner place. He picked up the new fitting. We have it here. And that's it. Yeah, this truck's been running real strong. It's real good. It's got some shaky stuff to it and shaking a little bit. Mostly it's tires. Figure all that out. But this here is basically the fuse box of the truck. It sits up inside the dash, and he had gotten this one because a problem with these trucks is they leak water through the clearance lights and through the windshield and stuff, and you get water and it comes down in the dash, it gets in there and it corrodes these. So he thinks that's what this is. That's what the problem is this. So we're thinking we're just going to change this out. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. The other thing too is it does have a code on it for the right front ABS sensor, and that's this here. So that's pretty simple. So I'm just going to get to work. He's on his way, and we're going to sit here and have a chat about tires, but I'm going to, I'll just do the belts, change out the belts, do that, these hoses, do that stuff. And it did have a coolant leak, but I think I got it. It was the EGR crossover here. This blue line right down here, this hose here was leaking, and was leaking out there. You could see coolant was coming all down. But I was out at the yard. He actually had one of the injector lines that was leaking too, and I changed that over there the last time I was here over at the yard for him, and that seemed to have solved that. And then I saw that leak and I tightened the clamp up, and he said it hasn't been leaking since, so I guess we're good there. So just simple stuff, just going through the truck, and the boss get here and we'll have a discussion about tires. Oh, and we got to get some mud flaps too. These are all busted. There's mud deals here. Just little stuff. Well guys, we've gotten quite a bit done. Oh, actually. Thing was just beeping at me, I don't know why. We are charging the AC back up in this thing because I didn't have the good washers, the AC washers and compressor to charge it before. They were leaking real bad, so I just had them tightened. Oh, saying that I'm out of refrigerant. I don't know why it was beeping at me. But I'll have to refill that tank. But we've gotten her all back together. We've done a bunch of different things. We've got new belts hood on here. We've got the new air intake hoses put on here. That's all nice, all brand new clamps. I ended up replacing the computer. It's the fuse box basically. It sits up in here, plugs in here, goes up inside the dash and everything. I got that all switched over, and now we're just working on some other things. I got to pull this tire off here in a bit, change out that ABS line on this side. The sensor is bad. Over here, what do I got? I have a coolant leak on here, and the boss man's dad said it wasn't leaking coolant anymore, but it is. I can see it down there on the ground. I can see coolant, and it's coming from this line right here. I tried tightening the clamps, it didn't work, but I can see coolant running down here, and it's coming off those hoses. So that's where it's leaking from. So I'm gonna have to get a new line. Otherwise than that, what else am I doing? We're checking, it still has a draw someplace, and that's why we changed that circuit board over there, the fuse box, because the boss's dad's truck had the same issue, and it got water into it, corroded it, and it was drawing and everything else. These are one of those stupid stink bugs. These things are everywhere. But so that's why we changed it, and we're going to see what happens here, see if it still continues to draw. Right now I'm actually adding on load lights. I'm putting some of these LED load lights on. I have the other side already done. And this one's pretty easy because there was a wire going up and somebody had a halogen bulb over there. And that one there is not working, so the wire is there already, so I just hooked it up, and yes, it does work. So now I just got to run a wire from over there to over to this one. And put these LED... where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Little nut. Now I'm going to have to find that. But these LED spotlights here, these are actually, the boss saw my video where I put these on my my UTV, and they're bright, guys. They are super bright, and they're super cheap. I want to say they were $20-some for a set, and these things work great. We've been putting them on all the trucks, and they are just awesome. And I know some truck drivers here, we put them on, and I know one guy, he brought up a comment. I've heard the same thing too, that you can't mount these things on the outside like this. That is some kind of DOT rule or something like that. Foobar on that. I mean, really, tell you the truth, it's not sticking out past the tires. I mean, they're low profile. And the mirrors, they stick out another foot past, so they're not sticking out that. They don't even stick out past this little fairing right here, so not worried about it. Tires, I have talked the boss into doing some different things with the tires. We're going to actually take those tires, put those over here, get rid of these tires. It's a trailer tire he had to put on. And we're going to put those over here. And then those should match up pretty good on with the ones on the other side. Then the boss's dad, he has some tires that I like. They're the kind that I have on Big Blue. I like those tires. I think they're good. They get good traction. And they run smooth. He has two on his truck because he blew out a tire, and the place that he went to didn't have this style of tire that the boss likes. These things, I'm telling you right now, they suck. They're slippery. They're terrible. and they always cup just like this. And there's a lot of vibration, and that's what it's from, is these tires are really cupped. So we're going to put those over here, and those will match up decent enough on the front axle. Then I'm going to steal the ones off of Boss Man's dad's truck, put those over there, and then the new ones I'm going to actually put on these rims and mount those on the Boss Man's dad's truck to match up, because all of his tires are like this except for those two. And then when I get back to Wisconsin, I'm going to stop in at Pat's and have them put 2 brand new tires over here, and it's a match. These are the 2 bad tires there. These things hop like crazy. And we will get rid of those 2 tires. So that's what I'm working on. I'm making my way down the list. Basically the sleeper shocks, the cab airbags, those I got to do. All the drive axle shocks, those are going to be done when I do the tires. So I'm just kind of making my way back. I was just charging the Freon, and I thought I'd just keep working on some other things while that was going. So I'm just working along. There we go. I didn't think the air was that low. Must have been, though. I'll have to fire the truck up. I am out of here. I actually have to go. I got Big Blue running out there, and I actually have to go and deliver a load up to Allentown. So we got to run on up there, get up there. I got a 6 a.m. appointment. So I got to buzz on up there. It's pretty much done. I got a lot of stuff done. There's a few little things that need to be done yet. I need these fenders, and it's got a coolant leak up in here. A couple of those hoses. I'm gonna replace some hose clamps and stuff. This fairing is loose. They have a bungee strap. Somebody put a bungee strap on there, see it's loose. It's a pretty easy fix. There's a piece down there that's on the strap that holds the tank, and that's just worn out. This has to be replaced. We actually have an extra one sitting over there, so that's pretty easy. Tires are all changed around. These are the tires I like. I like these tires right here. These are the ones I run on Big Blue. They're smooth. They roll down the road nice. They got good traction. So I took these off his dad's truck and I put those other ones on there to match them up. It'll be fine. These tires over here are junk. So basically I'm going to be running back to Wisconsin, and I'm going to get, these are pretty close to new, and I'll get 2 new tires put on over here, and that'll make a good axle. The front axle, they're whatever they are. and I'll just run those out until they're worn out, and then get another set of 4 and move these up there and put the new 4 on the back. So basically, hopefully you can get this other stuff, another mechanic can take care of it. It's got fuel tank straps, that coolant leak, need to grease the truck. I think that we should change the differential fluid. I think we should drain it, put new diff fluid in it. I have put new transmission fluid in it. When I overhauled the engine, I drained all that stuff, I put new transmission fluid in it, everything else done. I think we should do that. The shaky fairings. There's an air fitting that is leaking on the first tank. And the boss did get the fitting, and he left it in the cup holder. And then he borrowed the pickup truck, and then he borrowed the pickup truck to one of the drivers to go home with. So we don't have that fitting now. And then the front quarter fenders. So getting there, and the Black Pony will be ready to roll. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go do some driving. I hope that everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as you watch this here video. And if you're not, certainly you can just try that all over again tomorrow. So yeah, it's getting there. This side's gonna be replaced too. I actually broke this one. I actually broke this with a sledgehammer. I was changing kingpins in this thing a while ago. I was taking a hammer and pounding on the kingpin to drive it out, and I just tapped it and boom, exploded. And the steer tires are going to have to be replaced too, but not right now. But there's some cupping on them and stuff. I did all tie rod ends, I did kingpins, I did all the kinds of stuff on this truck. And we had an alignment done and everything. Now it needs tires, they're cupped, but you can run these out for a while yet. Just be a little shaky for a little bit. You need to run these tires out a little bit more. So I'm out here, guys. Time to go driving.